Good morning, everyone. My name is Julie. I am the owner and founder of Lady Faulty. You are either watching this on my Facebook page or my YouTube channel, which I have now changed both of them to just be Lady Faulty. Make it a little bit easier to find me. So today we're talking about crown chakra tools. And before we get started, I'm just going to smudge a little bit here. Actually, last time my lighter wouldn't work, so we'll see. Might not be smudging here. I did have some matches around here somewhere. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about crown chakra tools. Last week we talked about what exactly like the crown chakra was, and what the purpose of it, I guess, is, and we talked about if it was not balanced, if it was overactive or if it was underactive, and things of that sort. So if you're interested in that, you can go back and watch that video. I leave my videos on here, no sense in taking them down. So if you ever need them, you can find them either on the link that says live or videos. Sometimes Facebook, I don't know why they decide which ones they go in, but those are there. Or like I said, you can go to the YouTube channel and go to my channel, and all of them are there, and it's really easy to find on YouTube because they're all in one place and they're all labeled. Facebook, now you have an option to go in and title them. Maybe you did before, I just didn't know how to do it. But they're not all titled, so it's like kind of like it's very aggravating when you're trying to find a specific one, and this match is no good. When a double fire sign can't get fire, it's not good. But yes, all the videos are there if you want to go back and watch anything. Was where I was going with that. All right, so some for you guys, some for me. I'm very stuffy right now, but I'm hoping that it's just sinuses. I had a headache for about 2-3 weeks now, and I'm hoping that was the Lion's Gate, which is now closing. So I'm hoping that headache is going to now start to go away. Is it me or my fuzzy again? My camera does not like any kind of movement of any type, which is kind of hard to make a video when you can't move. All right. So before we get started on the tools, I just want to add that tools are not necessary. I have a few things that I sell. I don't carry a lot of crystals to sell. I don't carry a lot of different items. I do have some stuff on hand, just that I've acquired, by chance, found sales or things like that. I don't have a wholesale license or anything, so I'm not here to sell you anything. But I do have some small things, or I can help you find things if there's something you actually really want. But tools are not necessary. Tools are helpful. I'm horrible at analogies, but I use them all the time. One of the things I think when I say tools is, if I told you to go out and dig a hole in your front yard, you could certainly go out and, use your hands, get down on your hands and knees and dig a hole with your nothing but your hands. It's not going to be fun. It's going to be hard work. There's probably going to be injuries, cuts, bruises, broken fingernails, things of that sort. But you can certainly do it. Now, if you had a shovel and maybe a crowbar to move any kind of big rocks, a wheelbarrow, a bucket, all those things, those would make it much, much easier. But you didn't need them to dig the hole, but it made digging the hole a lot faster and easier for you. So that's how these tools are as well. You can certainly do crown chakra work and not use any of these tools, but having the tools may just make it a little bit easier for you. But again, you don't need to run out and buy all the things that I'm telling you you can use for your crown chakra. You don't have to rush right out and place a big order on Amazon or anything like that. Use what you've got, use what's around your house, and use tools that you might already have. And if you don't, then like I said, they're not necessary, but they do make it a little bit easier if you're working on your crown chakra. So we're gonna get right in here. So we usually start out with our goddesses. And so as usual, I've picked 3. Sorry. Heartburn is another one that I've had for like 2-3 weeks now. And again, I'm hoping that is the Lion's Gate being opened, and that now that it's closing up, that's going to go away for me. I make a joke about it that I got so many good downloads that I leveled up. I don't think it's true, but it's it's a fun thing to think about. Anyway, back to tools, goddesses, and again, just going over, and I usually say this every time, but just if somebody's new, for the goddesses, you don't need to run out again and buy statues or anything like that. Some of the things that I like to do is I will find a picture of one of them that I want to work with, and I will make it my screensaver. I'll make it my screen on my phone, which it's not right now. I don't have one on there, but your back screen on your phone is a good way to use to work with goddess energy. You could, if you have access to a printer, you could find a nice picture and print it out, and then you could make it a little craft. You could buy like just a frame from the dollar store and maybe decorate it and make it a very nice little altar piece. If you wanted to do that, you could decorate it with things you have around the house. I love to decorate things in like natural, like leaves and sticks and things like that, cedar branches, whatever is just kind of lying around, pine cones, things like that. I love to decorate that with those kinds of things. So again, you don't need to go out and buy a ton of stuff, but really for a lot of my stuff, I do go to the dollar store. The dollar store is like my go-to place for if I want to make crafts and stuff. I go get all kinds of stuff at the dollar store. And the dog is on the move. Bye. Must be making too much noise for her today. So anyway, you don't need to go out and buy a big statue. You don't need to spend a ton of money on anything. Make them your screensaver. Make them your wallpaper on your phone. Print out just a picture and decorate it. Even if you just printed out a picture and then like applied it to a piece of cardboard and kind of made it like a nice little, almost like a tarot. You could do it. This is the back of my card, but you could make it like this size and put it on like a little piece of cardboard There's like all kinds of things you can do. But anyway, the first goddess I have is Shakti. Shakti is kind of the go-to goddess for crown chakra stuff. She's kind of like, I don't want to say like the queen of goddesses, because that's not really like a thing, but she would be right up there at the top of the list. And I'm not going to go into all the different things about the goddesses. That would just take way too long. So if you're interested in any one of them, you can certainly Google them. Or if you want more information, you can always just comment or send me a private message, and I can, certainly get you some more information that way. But I'm not going to go into all of the things. The video would be just way too long. Shakti, I wrote down she's probably the most powerful if you want to really work on your crown chakra, opening it and balancing it. The other one, this always makes me laugh. The supreme Greek goddess, her name is Irene. And I just like that, always makes me laugh that her name is Irene. It's like such a just a normal person name. But that was her name, is Irene, and she was the supreme goddess in the Greek. So that would be another one you could work on. And Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin is, I don't know why, but Kuan Yin seems to be very popular right now. I don't know exactly why that is. I have gone into all kinds of different stores and seen Kuan Yin statues, figurines, whatever you want to call them. They're like usually like just this big or so. Seem to be popping up all over the place. Maybe that's a message for me that I need to be paying attention to Kuan Yin, but I seem to be seeing her all over the place lately. Kuan Yin is a figure of enlightenment and embracing compassion. And that's really, when you break your crown chakra down into a nutshell, that's really what it is enlightenment and compassion. So Kuan Yin is a good one to work with for that. Moving over to gemstones. And I didn't get my gemstones pulled out here, but I do have my tray right here. And so the first one, see if I got a couple different ones I could show you here. So the first one is amethyst. Now, this is not a super high quality piece, but I liked the, this is what they call a tooth. And just because that's what it looks like is when you pull your tooth out. And I really liked the look of it, so I bought it, even though it wasn't like a super grade amethyst. But I like to work with pieces that I can work with. I like pieces that can go in my pockets. So there's a couple of small pieces there that could easily go. You're not really seeing that they're purple, really. I don't know if that helps any. Need a white background to show you. But my light is kind of on a warm tone. So amethyst is really the number one go-to for crown chakra stuff. I don't have a lot of the different colored ones in my collection for purple, but I have a lot of amethyst. You can't really see it, but there's on my TV stand over there are 2 big pieces of amethyst over there, and then over on my bookcase over there is another big piece of amethyst. So, and I say big, like like this. you know, they're not super huge, but you know, they're like a big enough piece that you definitely would not carry it around in your pocket. So I do have a lot of amethyst, you know, around this space, which is, you know, generally where we are when we're home. We don't spend a whole lot of time in the kitchen unless I'm cooking. This is where we generally sit and watch TV, and if we have people over, this is where we sit. And so, not that we're having people over right now. But anyway, amethyst is good for, it purifies, it detoxifies, and it balances out your chakra. I wrote some balance, and it's in like the crease of the book, for balance and peace. All right, so if you really want to work on your crown chakra, amethyst would be my recommendation. And amethyst is, you know, like I said, you can get these for like around $1. You know, if you go to a little gem store, you can get them for like $1. Go to the stores that show you those little fill a bag for $5. You know, it's a nice way to get some good pieces. Just be aware that a lot of those pieces that are in there are fake, but they do have some actual pieces in there. But you can get amethyst, you know, generally inexpensive. Just like this piece, I think I paid like $9 for it. Like I said, this one's not real purpley, but I really just wanted the tooth piece. I didn't have anything like that, so I wanted that. But moving on, so a lot of these I do not have, just because I'm not really drawn to the purple too much. So Oralite 23 and Super 7 would be good ones as well. So those are both master healers. I haven't really got into talking about Super 7. Super 7 is a stone that has 7 different stone crystal types in the one stone. So, you know, if you ever get a chance to grab a piece of Super 7, that's something I would recommend getting. You know, it'd be worth the money because you basically have 7 stones in one stone for you. So, Super 7s are a little bit more expensive though. So, lepidolite. Lepidolite, I've talked about often. I wear a lepidolite bracelet. I have lepidolite earrings. I have a lepidolite pie stone. I do have a couple pieces of that. It is for peace and relaxation. So I have that because it's generally used for anxiety, but I use it more for my anger level to help keep me calm. So even though it's really more designed for anxiety, I do use it to help keep me calm, to help work on that Chiron wound of mine. Purple fluorite. Again, I have a piece. I'm just not really sure where it is. Well, I do have a piece of purple fluorite. I actually think, yeah, it's right over there. It's with my quartz generator over there. Purple fluorite. I usually have like all kinds of different purple fluorite, and so I'm not. Oh well, moving on. I do have a couple pieces of purple fluorite. I'm just not quite sure where they are right now. Scapolite. Oh, sorry. Purple fluorite is for clarifying and manifesting. Scapolite is for, God, I can't read my own. Organizing your thoughts. looks any better. I know, I have eyes, guys. You can never see my eyes because my glasses. I wish I could wear contacts because I would wear contacts when I was doing videos for you. But Scapulite is for organizing your thoughts. I don't believe I have a piece of Scapulite. Next is selenite, which we just talked about that this week because it was the stone I picked for Monday. So selenite is for high vibration of peace. Selenite is considered to be like the white light of the stones, which you can obviously see right there that that's what it really looks like is white light. It's really great for clearing anything. So selenite is another good one you could work with. Stitch-tite is another one. It promotes creativity. And again, I don't think I have one of those. Charoite, and I don't think I have one of those either, is for courage. And sugilite, it's a detoxifier and raises your vibration. So anything that's going to say that it's going to help raise your vibration is a good one to use for your crown chakra. And again, I don't have a lot of them. I don't have, I'm working on my tray here. I don't think I've posted a picture for you guys, but I bought this tray, and my crystals I'm trying to get them all in this tray, so that when I talk about this stuff and I need to show them that everything is in one spot for you, and not like my purple fluorite is over there that I can't reach, kind of thing. So I'm trying to kind of work on getting that a little better organized, but I just don't really have a lot of crown chakra ones because first of all, like I said, I'm not drawn to them very much. But the other thing is, for the purple, I'm more drawn to the amethyst. And that really is like the #1 crown chakra stone. And I do have quite a bit of amethyst around my house. So amethyst is pretty much, you look around and you'll see quite a bit of different amethyst in my house. So I guess that's where my intuition leads me, is to amethyst. So moving over to herbs and oils. The one thing I don't like about not having the stones is I do kind of like to show them to you so you know what you're looking for. But again, if you want me to help you find any of those, again, just private message me, put a comment on the video, whatever, and I can get you some pictures, or I can get the list for you if you want the list. If you're like, I really need to work on my crown chakra and I really, really want to work with Stitch-tite, I can help you maybe find some. So moving over to herbs and oils. And again, I didn't have a lot of these either. So I'm not kind of sure. I was going through the list and I'm like, you know what? I don't really have any of those. So I don't know. It is what it is, I guess, right? I just don't have a lot of them for whatever reason. And maybe it's because I haven't really focused on my crown chakra. But I usually have a pretty good coverage of most stuff. But for some reason, I don't have crown chakra herbs and oils, and I don't have crown chakra stones. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe I need to put a little thought into that. So the #1, like I said, herbs and oils. I put them together because I don't think this list, it matters if you work with them in the herb form or the oil form. It's just not that big a deal which way you work. It's not like you need to work with these herbs and these oils. These are interchangeable. You can work with either the herb form or the oil form. So I just kind of lump them all together for you. The #1, it's not the #1, the one I have first is gotu kola. Gotu kola helps deepen your gifts. Now, I did write the word gifts. I will say I don't really like that word, gifts, as far as this goes. To me, a gift is something in wrapping paper. um, Gifts, to me, when we talk about what we do, I don't think of it as a gift. I guess if you're going to, think of it as, some people say it's a gift and not a curse. Um, I kind of understand that because I don't see any of this as a curse or bad or anything like that. But I don't see it as a gift any more than, I guess you could say somebody is gifted, but I really just don't care for that um, word as far as this goes. Uh, the way I look at it, and again, sidetracked here, is I tell people this quite often. I say this a lot. People are like, I'm gifted, I'm special. And first of all, we're all special in our own way. So I don't ever want to tell anybody that you're not special because I think we are all special. We all have a purpose. We all have a meaning to be here. We're all important. But the word gifted kind of irritates me a little. um, and I guess that's my issue, not yours. But I look at it as, we are all born with these abilities to do these things. Um, Again, analogies. I'm really bad at them, but I like using them. We're all born with the ability to paint a picture. We can all pick up a paintbrush. We can all pick up a paint palette and paint a picture. We all have that ability, that gift, as in this case. But some of us are naturally much better at it than others. Some people can pick up a paintbrush and just paint a beautiful picture and never have like any training or anything. And it's just like, oh my God, that's amazing. How did you do that? Other people can get better at it. Maybe they start out painting and they're not very good at it and they take some classes and they practice and, eventually they are painting beautiful paintings as well. So these abilities that we have, for me, it's, my number one is my intuition, my third eye, and it's taking me some practice. It's not coming to me just like naturally. I have to practice a little bit. But we're all born with these abilities. Some of us just naturally are equipped to use them, and others have to practice a little bit. But like I said, we're all born able to paint a picture, but some of us can just paint the picture and not need any practice, and others have to really, really practice to be able to paint a picture. And I see that with all the different things that we, all the different clairs that we have, whether it's, seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, sensing, whatever it is. We're all born with those abilities. Some of us are just naturally much better, I don't know better, but are naturally able to tap into it, I guess, to tap into it and not have to practice as much as some of us that have to, I have to practice and tune in and pay attention and use my tools, because it's not just something that naturally I can tap into and trust. That's my big thing, is like I don't always trust my intuition. And that's years and years and years of telling us that we need it factual. It's not written down somewhere, it can't be real. And or if we can't mathematically figure it out, it can't be real. Science and things like that. But so it's just years and years and years of untraining my brain to go with the flow and trust my intuition. But Anyway, that's my spiel on the word about gifts. So gotu-kola was what we were talking about. The next one on the list is lavender. And I do have some here, and these are the newer packages, and I just have to say I don't care for them because you can't see through them. Let's see here. The old package, see, it was clear. You could see through them, and I could show you. And I'm sure a lot of it is, you know, what we can get right now, supply. From Athena, you know, a lot of places that she normally works with are not up and running, and so, you know, it may just be a matter of getting what she can get. But I will say I do not care quite so much. The paper's fine. I don't mind the paper versus the foil. I just don't like the fact that it's not clear, that I can't see through it, because it's really hard now to show you lavender. Let me do this without making a mess. Yeah, see, the camera's not going to pick it up. They're just little purpley. Just little purpley buds. They're good to mix in your honey, and you can eat them, or you can put them on a charcoal disc. In my bedroom, I have just a little glass bowl, and it's, you know, it's not fancy expensive, but it's a little glass bowl, and it has like a little wiry wrapped little metal stand, and I have filled the bowl with lavender in my bedroom because, you know, lavender is nice and calming, but it is good for your crown chakra as well. Pink lotus. I don't have any pink lotus. I thought I did, but I have pink peppercorn, not pink lotus. Is really good for enlightenment. The next one I have here is St. John's wort. Probably most of you think like that's a vitamin. But this is just very fine. But you can see it in there a little bit at least. So St. John's wort is for peace and for calming. So you kind of see a pattern here, a theme. Your purple, a lot of it was good for peace, calming, relaxation, and our herbs kind of follow the same thing: peace, calming, healing, relaxation, enlightenment. Because really, when you're at peace, enlightenment comes a lot easier than when you're all agitated. So St. John's wort is another one. And again, you can, you can make this into a tea if you wanted. You can work with herbs that way. I tend to do that a lot. I just go on Amazon and start searching, and when I want to work with an herb, and see if it comes in a tea bag. And a lot of times, a lot of the different herbs do come in tea. But you can put this on your charcoal burner. You could actually, if you're making a perfume blend, an anointing blend, you could sprinkle a little bit of the St. John's into the bottle and work with it that way. Again, really, you can be creative, and because I could take a little bit of this and a little bit of this, and I do have all kinds of lavender oil. I have bottles of lavender oil, like big giant bottles, but I didn't bring it out. And then you could, put in some other ones that we haven't got to yet, and just let them set. And you could work with it that way. So again, there's always all kinds of different ways you can work with the herbs and oils. The next one is Palo Santos. And I have a bottle of Palo Santos oil somewhere, which I cannot find. I don't know where it went. Apparently, I'm not meant to work with it right now. Palo Santos is for clearing. So, You can buy Palo Santos. Again, they're really inexpensive. That stick I paid $3 for. I think I might have one or two on hand if anybody local needs them, but you can literally find them all over the place. Amazon, metaphysical stores, uh, you know, there's quite a few places you can find Palo Santos. So you can just buy the stick and light it and use it in the room like that. You could get, you can buy Palo Santo chips. So you could get like a little bag or however they come of little, somebody's whittled down and made little chips that you can sprinkle on your charcoal burner. You can get it in an oil form. You know, like I said, it's endless different ways you can work with the herbs and oils. I don't believe there's a Palo Santos tea. Um, I've not ever seen one. I don't know, you know, if you can't easily find it in a tea form, I do recommend that you do a little research before you make things into teas, because some things, well, first of all, just might not taste very good. But second of all, sometimes there's things in there that you really shouldn't ingest. There are herbs and oils out there that you can, you know, work with the smoke, but you really shouldn't have it in a tea form. Monotera. I have to put my glasses back on to read the comments. Thank you for popping on. I know it's super early. So we're just going over crown chakra tools. So we've gone over the goddesses, we've gone over the gemstones, and we just are finishing up herbs and oils. So for herbs and oils, we had gotu kola, lavender, pink lotus, St. John's wort. There was the lavender. There's the St. John's wort. Palo Santos was right here. You know, like I said, this is super inexpensive. $3 is what I paid for this. And I've been burning this stick for a year at least. So, because it doesn't take a lot. You know, I light it and just let it smoke a little bit and it goes out. And that's all you need. The next one I have on my list is spikenard. I don't have it in an herb form, so here's my little bottle. I do kind of like to show them to you in the herb form so you kind of have an idea what they look like, because, you know, anybody can show you a brown glass bottle. Spikenard is for healing, and again, anything that's healing, calming, relaxation is really good for your crown chakra. Spikenard is also really good for naturally aligning your chakras. So if you're, it doesn't happen very often, I don't think, in my opinion. I haven't really seen anybody that's like, all my chakras are off, because you'd really be a hot mess if that was the case. But, you know, spikenard would be a good one to help align all your chakras for you. Ooh, or I could throw it. But, you know, and I think sometimes some of us have one chakra that might be overactive, while another chakra might be underactive and stuff. So the spikenard, you know, can kind of help just bring all that back to center. The last one I have, and I don't have any, is frangipani, and that is for universal love. So again, as we talked about back at the beginning when we talked about the goddesses and stuff, that Kuan Yin was the for enlightenment and embracing compassion, embodied compassion. So again, that's where that universal love, you know, it all ties in together. It's having a nice, open, balanced crown chakra is being compassionate as well. So we have a couple of things left to go over, and yeah, I know I'm super early, so a lot of people don't actually pop on live with me. So it's really nice when I see the little numbers up at the top, but it doesn't always tell me who it is. So thank you for commenting so that I know it's you and I know you're there. Because I see the numbers, they pop up like 1, 2, 3, but I can't see. I can't see who you are, so I can't really. I know somebody's there, but I can't say hi to you. So, good morning, Tara. Thank you for watching. Um, we got a couple left, couple little things left. Not little things like they're not important little things, but just the list isn't as long as the herbs and the gemstones. So, if you wanted to work with something out of your tarot deck, my tarot deck is not a traditional, God, I can't think of the read or write, whatever the deck is. Totally like flew right out of my head. I was about to say it and the name of it's gone. Um, reader, why can't I think of it? Read or write deck, whatever. The natural, the old-fashioned, normal-looking tarot deck. Mine doesn't look like that. Mine is very different. I'm not drawn to work with the tarot. It's not something that I feel called to, which is kind of weird because one of my things is my intuition, and usually divination kind of goes hand in hand with that. But I really am drawn mostly to my pendulums. That is I love to work with my pendulums. I do have a bunch of oracle cards that I work with. But anyway, side note, tarot is not one that I am overly drawn to. Maybe someday, but right now it's not really something that I have a desire to really work with. So, but I wanted a deck because different classes I take refer to tarots, and like I said, it's a good way to you can use the cards in setting up altar space. Again, working with different chakras and different things, you can work with your tarot. You can use your tarot cards for that. So, even though I don't do tarot readings, I have lots of other things that I can use the actual deck for. But again, my deck is very, very different. It's kind of on the dark side. But the pictures on it are absolutely breathtaking, in my opinion. Probably not everybody's cup of tea, but so if you wanted to work with a major arcana for your crown chakra, it would be the Hermit card. It says the power is indirect. So the Hermit's power is indirect. So my Hermit is actually a girl. See if I can hold it in a spot where it's not too much glare on it. Not really. Right there, maybe. You can kind of see it. It's at a weird angle, but at least it's not a glare on it. So the Hermit, the power is in her. Normally the Hermit is a gentleman, but mine it is a woman, is in her lantern. So it's not really her power. It's the lighting of it. And so again, when we're talking about crown chakras, we're talking about enlightenment. And so that's how the lantern in this card kind of plays into that. Is the path, the lantern is a path of light, a path of lighting your way in the darkness, a path of lighting up the beauty on the path. So it's her lantern that is her power in this card, and that's the card you'd want to use for like lighting your path, enlightenment to your crown chakra. So, and I have a little clip that I have all my little cards here on little clips, so that she's going to sit there for a little while. So that's my cards are here. I have like 3 different clips here, so I can have a couple of different cards up here to work with those energies at different times, depending on what we're doing. Normally, where's my other card? Oh, here it is. I didn't hang it up, but this was the card we pulled for this week. So that usually gets hung up there too. My space is a horrible mess right now. I'd be very embarrassed for you guys to see it. So moving on to our rune, and I have no idea if I pronounce these correctly or not, because I have not taken any courses or classes on runes. Runes are something I would like to learn more about. So I have a book, but I haven't read it yet. I bought myself a whole little library of books, and my plan is this winter to do a whole lot of reading. So in one of the books is on runes. It was written by someone local here. His name is Josh, and I will put up the link. I think I've put it up a couple of times, but if anybody's interested in runes, Josh did write a book. I can't tell you whether it's good or not because I haven't read it yet. But Josh is an amazing guy and a good guy, so I'm sure his book is probably good as well. So the rune, and again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing these correctly. Let's see if I can take this off. You see it? Okay. It's WUNJO, and it to me just looks like the letter P, kind of. It's a pointy P. It is for union of the mundane. I actually scribbled out mundane and wrote muggle because I like that word better. It's a union of the muggle with the universal and the spiritual. So that is a really good one if you want to work with your crown chakra. It's a point of balance between connection to spirit and the beyond. And beyond can be whatever, other realms, other dimensions. It's just beyond what we can normally see. It's also going to help you stay a little grounded, which is good. So that's where that kind of that balance part of being connected. So it's going to help you get there, but still keep you here. So, because we don't want you to go there and stay there. There might be really cool. I haven't been there. I don't know where there is, but wherever there may be for you. We don't want you to go there and not come back. So, I'm actually going to put that, I don't know if I showed you guys this yet. I think I did. Because it was, I got a little scrying, and again, I haven't learned how to use it. It was one of those things, I saw it, I had to have it. I don't know why I had to have it, I just absolutely had to have it. And now I have it, so now I have to learn what I'm supposed to do with it. But for right now, it sits right here by my keyboard, and I'm going to put my little Wanju rune on top of it for right now. If you wanted to work with a planet, you could work with Jupiter energy. When we do our weekly forecast, Jupiter comes into conversation quite a bit. It's one of the largest, it's not one of the largest, it is the largest planet in our system. So that, our system that we know of, that we are in. I don't know about other systems, but it is the largest planet in our system. And Jupiter is trusting again in that higher power. It's my phone to remind me that I have a muggle job that I have to go to. So trusting in that higher power, having faith, whether you're Catholic or not, or any other number of religions. Um, Religion is faith, whatever that religion looks like for you. It's faith in God, it's faith in Source, it's faith in Buddha, it's faith in Shakti, it's faith um, in Ganesha, whatever religion it is. It's having faith that there's a higher power out there, and I don't want to go off too much on this, but one of the reasons I have a hard time with the Catholic religion is because man has kind of made that like a God is someone you need to answer to. Like if you're not good, you're going to have to answer to God. If you're not, if you do something bad, you're going to have to answer to God. And they've made all these rules that you can't do, because if you do them, you're going to have to answer to God. And that's where I have a problem with that. But I won't get into all that. But I don't think our source is here to make us answer to anything. We're all here for a purpose. We're all here to do things. Everything we do is for a reason or of some sort, whether it's a lesson or something that we're meant to do. And I don't think that there's things that we're here to answer for. But anyway, that's, again, I could go on about that. But Jupiter is about trusting in your higher power, a higher source. So Jupiter is also the planet of Thor, which not Thor that you see on the TV, and Zeus. Again, not the Zeus that you see on TV. If that's what you think of when you think of Thor and Zeus, which is kind of hard, right? Because Thor is a very popular figure on television and movies. So if you think of the the guy that plays Thor, when that comes up, it's kind of hard not to. But I would recommend getting maybe a picture of Thor or Zeus to work with, what they really look like. Of course, we don't really know what they really look like, but more of their archetypes, not their archetypes, that's not the word, avatars, that's what I'm trying to say, of what they look like. And it's also the sign of the Sagittarius, which is me. My sun sign is a Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is the sign of freedom through faith, is really, again, like if you're going to break down Sagittarius into a nutshell, so to speak. There's a lot more to Sagittarius that make us a lot more complicated, but really it's freedom through faith. And so that is me. And just to finish up real quick, I'll sit real quick. The archetypes. If you wanted to work with some archetypes for your crown chakra, you can use 2 of them. And so these are ones that are not necessarily a person or a god. Like we talk about the Hermit, we talk about Shakti, we talk about Kuan Yin. These are more of a what's the word? I struggle sometimes with words. I know I said archetypes, but they are more of titles, I guess. So one of them is the empath. So there's not really a picture of the empath, but if you wanted to work with that energy, you could work with an energy of the empath. Empaths are naturally healing and feeling. So an empath, when they walk into a room, can naturally just kind of pick up on the feelings. Like some of us have little bits of that. Like when have you ever, like the biggest one is you walk into a room and you're just like, whoa, I don't know what's going on in here, but I'm leaving. An empath does that, but like with all the different things. So we tend to pick up a little bit of when the energy is tense, not so good, but empaths pick up on all of it. The other one is the channel. So again, the channel, again, there's not really a picture of one to show you, but it's the access to divine wisdom. So when we channel information, we're channeling wisdom, whether that's sometimes it's ancestral wisdom, sometimes it's angelic, spiritual, divine source. There's all different kinds of things that we can channel, but so the channel, and again, there's not like anything, like I don't have a picture of somebody who is the channel or the empath, but you can certainly kind of call in those kinds of energies to work with. So we covered goddesses, we covered gemstones, we covered the herbs and oils, the arcana, the rune, the planet, and the archetype. So I think we've covered everything. Again, if you have any questions, certainly, feel free to ask. If you want more information on something particular, like, for example, if you wanted more information on the Super 7, again, just comment, send me a private message. I'm more than willing to help. I'm here to give you information and to share as much information as I can. And I can't always cover everything in one particular video. So I try to kind of pick and choose what I think is more bigger picture stuff. So if there's something you want to know more about, always, always, always feel free to ask me. Sometimes I'll probably give you more information than you really want. Because when we talk about this stuff, I don't tend to shut up sometimes. I find it very interesting. And so obviously when we find something interesting, we want to talk about it. All right, so I guess that's it. I will see you guys on Monday for our next weekly forecast. I don't think I really have anything else. So I will see you guys, like I said, Monday for our weekly forecast. Next week, so far as of right now, sometimes things change and something, whether you want to call it message or whatever, will tell me to redirect to something else. But as of right now, my plan for Thursday is to talk about the violet flame. I talked about it ever so slightly in last week's video and kind of had the realization that I don't think I had really talked to you about what the violet flame was about, and I don't like bringing up something in a conversation and referring to it when you guys don't know what it is. So that I don't think that's helpful for you guys, for me to refer to something that you don't know or don't understand what it is. And I kind of scrolled back through a bunch of my videos and I couldn't find anything. I thought I had done a video on the violet flame, but I couldn't find one. So I'm going to go ahead and plan on doing that for you next Thursday. The week after that, I am going to be on vacation. So I'm not sure yet. I still really want to do Monday's video, but I'm not sure how that's going to work. So we're going to be in a campground. I don't know if I'm going to have Wi-Fi. I don't know if I'm going to have cell service. And I don't know how that's going to work yet, but I really do want to at least come live with you on Monday for our weekly forecast, because I really do think it's important to have that information and help be prepared for the week. But anyhow, I'll figure it out and I'll keep you guys posted. So I hope everybody has a really great weekend. I'm going on a field trip. I'm going to go do some rock hounding and find some more pretty sparkly rocks. So I'll keep you guys posted on that as well. I try to think to go live with you when I'm doing this stuff, but a lot of times I don't think about it until after. I'm like, oh shit, I should have gone live. So I'll try to be better about that when I'm doing some of these things, to come live, even if it's just for a few minutes, so you guys can see what I'm doing, and that I don't just sit in front of a screen and talk about the stuff, that I actually do go out and do these things. So anyway, I hope everybody has a really great weekend. And I'll see you guys all on Monday. And remember, as always, be kind. Your kindness is not only going to improve your day, it's going to improve somebody else's day, and it potentially could change someone else's life. And it doesn't cost you anything to be kind. So, again, that crown chakra, compassion, right? So, gotta work on our compassion. Our planet really, really needs it right now. So, love you guys. Thanks. Bye.